IPRAC is the only museum of its kind in the continental United States dedicated to the promotion of Puerto Rican arts and culture through its cultural and educational programming. IPRAC has been open since the summer of 2008. We are very fortunate at IPRAC to have the leadership and support of Governor Pat Quinn and IPRAC's current effort to become a member of the Chicago Park District Museums in the Park program. Like all arts organizations, our IPRAC is struggling to keep its doors open, and we hope that becoming the next museum in the park in the Chicago Park District will help IPRAC continue its mission in this community and in Chicagoland. Today, the governor takes a bold step enabling Illinois to lead the way in education reform. The new legislation being signed today promotes excellence in education, puts students first, while also preserving important collective bargaining rights. This new legislation will help thousands of students across the state of Illinois and here in the Humboldt Park community where we have long had a need for education reform.
I'm really honored to be here today. This is a special place, and we really look forward to the Institute for Puerto Rican Arts and Culture to grow and keep growing right here in Humboldt Park. This is a special place where people can come together and celebrate a great cultural history and bring people together, especially young people. After school, we believe in after school programs, and there's a lot of love and dedication that have been put into this special place. And that's why we picked today to sign two special pieces of legislation that really deal with a very important thing. Probably the most important thing we as parents can do for our children. We want to make sure they have a decent education. The most powerful force for equal opportunity is education. And so we have to make sure that all of us in Illinois, we have almost 13 million people in our state. We're the 5th largest state in the Union. We're very big. We're the capital of the Midwest. We want to make sure that our education is the best of the best. So this bill, two of these bills today, are really about education and making sure that the facilities where our children learn are the right facilities for those kids. We don't want any kids, particularly kids who are Hispanic kids. 21% of our children in school today in Illinois are Hispanic children. And we want to make sure they get a good education in a school that isn't overcrowded, that is a top-notch school.
The task force was created to do exactly what we needed to do. And that was to stop what was going on in our community, to stop the fact that our parents, our children were not being respected at the time by Cynthia and action. This bill does exactly that. We've always wanted to bring people together to make sure that the community had input, that the parents had input, that the kids had input, and what was going on in their school.
I'm calling this bill the People's Bill. Because you know what? My community came to me and said, Representative Soto, this is what's going on. It's not fair. We're losing our principals. We're losing our schools. We're losing our teachers. We're losing our building. The building is going to have another name. It's not going to be our neighborhood building anymore. It's not going to be our neighborhood school that we grew up, that we remember. We're going to forget those names. We're going to forget about Carpenter because they changed it to Ogden. We're going to forget LaSalle. I mean, what is it? Anderson. So they changed it to LaSalle. I think that is so unfair. But this bill today, after it's signed, will create a new way of business.